Hello everyone. This is a video that I'm being forced to make. There's another YouTuber out there who intentionally and purposefully put this on me and told me that I had to do it, even though he never said those words. But you know, he kind of tried to outdo me without even trying to outdo me, but that meant he did not outdo me because I can outdo him. Stick around. You come back and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So what are you being forced to do, you may ask? I'll show you what I'm being forced to do. That guy in Texas, named BC Truck, he did this, and I know he didn't do it for any reason but to challenge me, because he doesn't think I have the capabilities. I'll show him. He took one of these, a vertical, they call it a vertical shelf or horizontal shelf shed, and he turned it into a generator house. Well, I'm gonna turn mine into a generator condo. No, actually, he's a pretty nice guy, and I just like the idea of what he did and what he came up with. It's a great idea, as a matter of fact. It's much better from talking to a few installers on those whole house generators. They say that when I gave them this idea, they thought it was way better, way more economical, and a pretty good idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this into a generator house, condo, castle. That's a good one. We're going to have it permanently wired up to the load center of the barn, which I have used in the past to backfeed power into the house. This, with our new generator, will be able to power everything in the house except for the hot water heater, which is okay. I can heat water up on the stove because this will power it. I can heat water up on the microwave. And the noise I don't really care about, but I know it will dwindle some of it down. It's going to be a multi-parted one simply because I don't have all the parts I need. I have the vent, I have the fan, I have the generator, I have the shed. I don't have the exhaust worked out yet. I also have the heat-resistant insulation that I'm going to put in there. Already have that. It was what I used to wrap the house with, if you think and remember back when I put siding on the house. So you're going to see the platform, which is peeking out back there, how it was built, only I'll be voicing over simply because I forgot to turn on the microphone, and we'll go from there. We'll be back. I said earlier, I forgot to turn the mic on, so here I am pointing at the skids, the 4x4 skids that I'm going to be using. I also was showing right there, the 2x that I'm going to be using for the platform. I'm going to be using 5 of the 4x4s across each one, and then the 2x to make it strong enough to hold the weight. Now I'm pointing right now at the extra 2x that I have that I will probably have to use a table saw and size to make it fit, and that way everything is good and tight. Now, as you can see behind this shed, there is a I'm also showing here where I tend to bevel one of the floors so that it goes straight up into the shed. Now you can see where I brought the beast around with the bucket on, and I dug out the top layer of the dirt so that I can keep this down to the level of the driveway. It was a pretty easy job to do. I will backfill some of that dirt in between the skids when it's time, just to help keep it to hold it there and to keep it from moving around. It does look a lot better. You will see when it's all done, when everything is taken care of and it's up there where it belongs. As you can tell, I'm clamping everything together here, getting it good and tight. All of these have been made level. Situation was that I was working away on this and all of a sudden it started raining. So I sped up a little bit to try to get some stuff out of the water and everything else. Got sped up to the point where I got pretty exhausted and had to take a break. Then it stopped raining, came out and started working again, and what happened? It started raining again, even though the sun was shining. So anyway, I'm doing my best here to get this built as best as I can today, so that tomorrow I can wash it all off and get it dried and then stained, and then we'll be able to get this behemoth sitting over on it, at least on a temporary basis, and off of the driveway, so I can clean the driveway and start working off of it there. But here's where we are. We have all 5 of the skids on there, 4x4 skids. I have 2 2x8s. They're down. I'm clamping them together as I go. This is a 2x4 with 1 screw in each one of the skids just to hold it in position. When I get one more 2x8 done, then I will replace that with another 2x8 out there. And then that and the rest will be all fill in here. You get to the point where the final one, which will be hopefully pretty much in the middle, will be this here, cut it to width and to length, 2 of them, to match somewhere in the middle of that right there. The way it won't be seen, but it'll still give every bit of support that it needs to give. So we'll be back later and hopefully have a little bit better of an idea of where this is going. Okay, and there's the platform. Now, as I think everybody was aware of as I was building this was all recycled wood. From when Mama and I used to go out and tear people's old deck down, and we would save the best of it. And I believe this was pretty much the end of everything we used to have. We built decks and around here and a lot of other project steps, and this is pretty much it. As I think I pointed out earlier, this one, and this one were all 2x8s. There's a couple 2x4s in there. This was a 2x6 right here, and this was an old 2x8s that really weren't much good, but I found good parts and was able to put 2 pieces together and cut them down to size to where now everything is nice and snug, and it's done. Now, with that being said, probably the best thing to do at this moment would be to go ahead and pressure wash it and then stain it and get it ready. But no, not me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and temporarily move this over here to verify that it's going to fit and that I built it right, and that I should have at least 4 inches between it and the barn when it's setting up on here. I'll be back with it, and then that way I can also show you the inside of this and kind of give you an idea of what I'm looking at with it. Okay, there it is sitting on the platform. I gave a little extra on that platform, but I didn't realize I gave it all that extra. One of the 2x8s on the back was not even necessary, but I got the room. I have the space here so that I can actually work in between there. I can easily blow leaves out and things in that order. And when the fan is running, the generator is running, the fan, and this will be more than enough for airflow for the ventilation system that's going to be in there. My question now is, where's the best place to put my louvered fan? I could set it right up in here, and which is where I'm thinking about it, because the other side is the louvers are going to be down at the bottom. So I'm thinking that would be it. But you can see there's room even in the back here. Now once I get it mounted down, she'll be pretty much permanent, but this is temporary right now. But let's go and take a look inside. One thing I liked about this one was the lid has the gas assisting to hold the lid up, so you don't have to worry about it when you're trying to fuel the generator. The doors and the floor makes it pretty much watertight. Of course, when I start cutting into it, that's going to make a difference, but I have an idea in my head that is different than what I have seen on the internet before, that is going to, I think, make a little bit of difference as far as stoutness once I cut into it. Now, this is big enough to where I've actually had both of my generators sitting in here at the same time. Number one, the old one, which works fine, it just isn't quite big enough to run the entire house, but it is perfect for most people because most people don't have an all-electric home like we do. The new one, which is much bigger, sitting right there, it also, I can put both of them in there, but until I get this done and wired, I can't put the new one in here because I need it in the barn. In case we run out of power, I can start it up and raise the door to get it out of there and everything, where here I couldn't get the cables in to do all of that. Okay, we'll be back in a little bit. Yeah, for those of you who are interested in this horizontal shed that I have, it is made by Suncast, and it is a model number BMS 4700X. It's a 70 cubic foot one. Now, I'm showing you the book that it come with. It actually has pretty decent instructions on it. But again, that is the BMS 4700 This kind of gives you just a bit of an idea of just how big this thing is. When it's done, the new one will be sitting in here sideways. This hopefully somebody will see that it's a good item to have at home. It does work beautifully. Like I said, it's just not big enough for us. So it'll be gone, and what we have is a set of shelves that we're going to put inside here for storage of gardening equipment. But it's also going to be, like I said, the generator house, something that will have it setting ready, almost the same as a whole house generator, as they call them. The only difference is I'm going to have to come out here and start it. Now, the new generator we have is electric start, because my arms and shoulders has a real bad time with full starts anymore. Maybe I will figure out, I'm trying to think of ways to maybe have some type of a solar trickle charger to keep that battery up, you know, every month or every other month or something like that. I'm going to be starting it and letting it run for a little bit to keep everything running and keep it all checked out. So anyway, that's probably all we're going to do right now, other than, you know, I'm going to be putting some screws in the floor in each one of the corners. There's divots in there for putting lag bolts down in and making this thing a permanent thing. But I won't be doing that for some time, because My hope is to be able to clean out the barn enough to be able to do the work I need to do on this and modify it inside the barn, so I can slide it in and out of there as I need to until it is completely ready to hook up full time. And I think the one thing that I am really happy about is this. I got plenty of room. The only problem I have is that it's setting so far back that a lot of the wood that I used to have laying on the floor is laying right in front of where it's going to go. I think I have the ability to get around that, but we will find out for sure. Oh, by the way, those are the shelves that I'll be putting in. So anyway, this is Ted Homer. I hope you enjoyed your stay. VC, don't be too worried. You're just the one that gave us the idea. And I had to tell Mama it was your fault in order to be able to justify it. So, you're okay. We'll catch y'all the next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Give us thumbs up. Don't forget to tell your family, your friends, and your local electrician, because they're going to be interested in something like this. I doubt, but I'm going to say they are. We'll catch y'all the next time. Y'all have a blessed, blessed day. Bye-bye.